Okay, number 5, a silo shaped as a cylinder with a diameter of 7.5. Stop right there. Cut that number in half. 7.5 divided by 2, because we need the radius.
3.75.
Good, so 3.75 meters, and a height of 12.6 meters is used to store grain. How much grain in cubic meters, so volume, is stored in the silo if it's 3/4 full? So we want the formula for volume of a cylinder. Area of the base times height, pi r squared times height. Area of the base times height, so your base is a circle. Pi r squared times height. Plug those numbers in, 3.14, 3.75 squared times 12.6. Now when I solve for this, is that going to be my answer? No, I've got one more step because it said that it was 3/4 full.
I got it.
So 556.4, and then multiply that by 3/4 since it's 3/4 full. Good, so it should be 417.28. Okay, number 6. Roy cut a cone from a piece of wood shaped as a cylinder.
So much work.
He measured the circumference of the base of the cylinder and found that it measures 12.56 inches. The height of the cylindrical piece of wood is 8 inches. What is the volume of Roy's cone if it has the same base area and height as the cylinder? So he starts with a cylinder, and we're wanting to find the volume of the cone. Same base area. So the height for both is 8. But the thing is, they gave us the circumference of the base.
So around. Is that the radius or?
So around it. So looking at your reference sheet, what are some formulas for circumference? How are you supposed to find that? 2 pi r and pi diameter. So what we're going to have to do is work backwards using that circumference and find the diameter. Because
Is there a question like this on the test?
yes, I think so.
Oh no.
So 12.56. So 12.56, that was your circumference. Pi 3.14, and we'll find the diameter from that. Okay? So how could you find the diameter from that?
12.56. Would you divide?
Divided by 3.14, since these are being multiplied.
4.
Good.
It's 4.
So my diameter all the way across is 4.
And then do we have to solve it from there?
So then what?
Divide that by 2 and that'd be 2.
Good. Divide that by 2, and that would be 2.
So 4 divided by 2.
Are you actually recording this?
I am.
Oh, hi Valerie. I'm gonna watch. Okay, I won't say anything gay.
So if you've got your radius and your height, and you're going to find the volume of the cone, not the cylinder, of the cone. What's that formula for volume of a cone?
Volume of a cone? I do not know.
Volume of, look at your reference sheet.
1/3 times base times height.
1/3 times area of the base times height. So 1/3 times pi r squared times height. So plug in what you just found. You worked super hard to find that information. Plug it in.
It's 4.1 something something.
How'd you draw that?
So you should have gotten B, 33.49. Number 7, a cylindrical cylinder water tank has a radius of 6 feet and is filled with approximately 2,826 cubic feet of water. Can you tell what we're looking for already? We're using volume formula. So which of the following is the best estimate of the depth of the water tank? Depth of the water tank. Round your answer to the nearest tenth of a foot. So volume of a cylinder. It says cylindrical water tank. Okay, so volume of a cylinder, pi r squared, area of the base, times height. Okay, so we've got to plug in what we know. If it says it's filled with 2,826 cubic feet of water, that is our volume. It's filled with that much. What else do we know? What else do we know?
I know nothing at this point.
We know what pi is, 3.14. We know the radius is 6. And it said, what is the best estimate of the depth? Height's the only thing we don't know. So that's our depth. How tall it is. How deep is that cylindrical water tank?
Okay, I don't really know the volume. What happened?
So multiply together what you do know. 3.14 times 6 squared.
113.4.
Okay. 113.4 times height. Okay, so one step equation. How am I going to get that height?
Divide.
Divide by 113.4 on both sides. Let's see. It's like 24.9. Yeah, you got it. 25. Okay, number 8. Gene is preparing pancake batter. He's using a large bowl. Large bowl shaped like a half sphere with a diameter of 16. A diameter of 16. So what's my radius? 8. Half of that. What is the volume of the batter that this bowl will hold if completely full?
Half a sphere. That's a semicircle.
So half of a sphere, yeah. So we're going to have to use the volume formula for a sphere.
But you divide it by 2.
And then we'd have to cut it in half because it's half of a sphere.
What's the base of it?
So 4/3. Cubed.
The radius is 8.
Good.
3.
Cube.
Okay.
Is that it?
That's for the whole sphere. But if we're talking about a bowl, that's going to be half of that. So find that number first.
And I divide it.
You divide it by 2.
Wait, why'd you put 2 down there?
Because it's a half sphere. So this formula, that's just for a full-on sphere like a basketball. But they are talking about a bowl. So that's half of a sphere. So it would be half of that.
I have a bowl.
Number 9, Cynthia is designing a new flower pot that is shaped like a triangular prism with lateral faces made of glass. The bases of the prism are right triangles. Cynthia's new flower pot will look like the diagram below. What's the lateral surface area of Cynthia's flower pot? So first of all,
It's P and H.
yeah, so the formula for lateral, so that's half of it. Capital P, perimeter of the base, times the height of the whole prism.
So when you do 8 plus 9 plus 6.
Okay, so, but what's the base?
8 times 6.
Your base is those triangles.
6, 9, and 10.
Yeah.
So 9 is the place between those two bases. So that's your height. So that's between those two triangles. So the perimeter of our base, 6 plus 8 plus 10.
I got 24.
And then multiply that by 9. It's always multiplying.
104.
Unless we're missing something.
104, ain't it?
24 times 9. Yeah, it should be 216. 24 times 9. 36. 21.